Hey everybody, this is T and Demon Kitty here. We're back with some more Friendsim. Hopefully this will be less disturbing than last time. Hopefully it will be, because that was...
Yep. Last time we literally got mind fucked. In-game and out of game. It was...
Yeah, this is a thing that happened.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
That fucked me
up.
That was fucked up, that fucked me up. Yeah, that's generally how I feel about it. That's a meme, in case anyone doesn't know. But, yeah. Like, damn, that was some shit right there. That was a thing that happened. Yeah, that was a thing. But anyway, yeah, we're going to get back into it now. I don't think this is going to be as disturbing as last time. Hopefully.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not too. Yeah, this is like the artist, I don't know if she's a serial killer or not, but, the cerulean artist, and then, like, the big, like, brawler lady. There's an olive blood, so let's try this. Ever since you were a kid back on Earth, you've always held the deep, close wish to one day travel the world. You wanted to see new places, experience exciting new tastes at altitudes and temperatures, maybe go scuba diving. You never imagined you'd actually get the chance, that kind of cool stuff that didn't happen to someone like you. Well, you're finally getting your wish. It's just a totally different world. Funny how life turns out. When you get back to Earth, well, you don't want to think about that. Who knows if it'll ever happen. You've really chilled out recently, found your place in the universe. Drifting from friend to friend, adventure to adventure. It's the only way to live. Alright, I'm gonna let you pick this one. They're both good choices, you really can't go wrong. I think.
Really, they're both good options. Let's start with the green blood, just because I kind of know who she is, and we can go to Ramele later.
Yeah. So do you want to narrate, or should I, like...
I'll narrate.
You'll narrate? Okay, cool.
Right now, your travels have brought you to what appears to be a normal road in an innocuous part of town. Not particularly upscale, not exactly a rat trap either. Just pretty average.
Alright, yeah, pretty average.
That's not average. A row of those spiky purple bushes line the side of the road, and behind one of them stands a large, fierce troll who is glancing furtively up and down the street. Okay, that's less average. God damn it, Slappy, stop knowing what I'm saying.
What are you talking about? That's a perfectly normal bush. That is the most normal bush I've ever seen. Bush is 100% normal. Like, that's literally just the most normal bush. Hey, are you her?
Hey, are you her?
Oh.
Oh, you're actually voicing this. Never mind.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, are you her? Are you the one I'm waiting here for?
Well, your first instinct is definitely to tell her that, yes, of course you're the one she's been waiting for. Provided she's been waiting
I skipped
for
that.
new
Sorry, let
friends.
me bring that back. There we go. Sorry.
Provided she's been waiting for a new friend.
I don't know about that. This doesn't seem like a good idea.
But honestly, you aren't sure your shtick is going to work on this girl.
Yeah. Of course not. What was I thinking? Urgh. This is so infuriating. She's late. I'm so bored. Do you think she's coming soon?
You don't know who she means, but you suggest that she might be more comfortable waiting somewhere that isn't in a spiky purple shrub. Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
argue with that. That
yeah,
can't be a
it's a
comfortable
pretty
place
good
to
argument.
be.
I get the
It's not
feeling
really an
that
argument.
I get the feeling she's waiting to jump out and kill someone. I just get that
I mean, she's
feeling.
a bounty hunter. There's also, why else do you wait for somebody in a giant purple shrub?
Yeah, that's generally the reason why you wait for people. Don't be stupid. My clients value discretion. I have to lay low.
The shrub hardly manages to cover her, and standing behind it shouting is definitely not making her less conspicuous. Neither is asking random passerby whether they are her client. Not that you can talk. Not that you can talk. Accosting people left and right and asking them to be your friend is kind of your whole deal.
Oh, we have a viewer. Hello there. But yeah. Also, I might do a different voice for her. I might change it because I don't know if my voice for her is that good. It sounds more like, I don't know, too booming. I might change it to like, I don't know, something else. But ugh. If you're Country Lady 453, then who is?
You know, I get the sense that I know who that is. Country Lady 453. That sounds like.
Yeah, I think we know who this is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm late. I couldn't. What in tarnation? You'd know that gentle charm anywhere. Genteel charm,
Oh,
sorry. No
okay.
distinction. Well, my stars. I definitely wasn't expecting to see you around here. What a masterful coincidence. You're too incredibly glad to see Skilla. And Lady too. All unkidnapped and everything.
Yeah, that's pretty important on Kidnapped.
You give Skilla a hug, which she enthusiastically returns. She nearly picks you up off your feet. Lady shoves her nose against your neck and gives you a few sloppy licks.
Who the heck are you? I have business that. What?
This is very preferable to the last time we got our neck licked.
It kind of is. Yes, it is. I have business at this bush. Maybe find your own.
Sorry, but I'm the business your bush has been looking for.
She's
Did I
claimed
notice
that
that?
bush. She has claimed that bush. Obviously, she is a tactical upper hand. Uh, wait, what? You're Country Lady?
The very same. The name's Skila Corriga. Pleasure to meet you. Yeah, sorry, whatever.
Erg. I didn't think you'd be a bronze.
I've gotten that before, honestly. Also, by the way, this concerns them too. She puts her hand on your shoulder.
It does?
It does.
Also, she is ripped as fuck, holy shit.
Sure enough, they were there when it happened. They even helped me fight off the varmints who tried to take my Lucis.
Oh, I see what's going on. I see what's going on. Try to put a hit on the Lucis regulars. Lucis Fuse. Right, yeah, you said something about that in your message. But I don't get it. What do you want me to do?
Right, well, the bandits didn't get Lady. But other kids haven't been so lucky. Low bloods have been hit especially hard. I want you to find the bandits' base of operations, and I want you to take them out. Permanently and painfully.
Yeah.
Connell's mouth moves slightly, like she's trying to reason through the steps of Scylla's conversation. Then she catches up and a slow grin spreads over her face.
Yeah. Yeah, I like painful and permanent. But wait, you want me to get revenge for someone else's Lucis? Why?
Well, a few of us got together and decided to do something about it ourselves. Since there's no hope of the heiress or the drones doing anything to stop the bandits, and they all elected me as spokestroll, seeing as how I'm the oldest and least easily shook.
Okay, sure. I guess the way the why isn't important. How much you got? How much are you willing to throw down? I doubt any lowbuds could afford my fees, let alone a bunch of country rusties.
Lady starts to growl and Scylla puts a pacifying hand on her head.
Well,
Everything's fine, lady. We expected this, didn't we? We were hoping you'd be willing to do it out of the goodness of your blood pusher. Connell laughs so hard that she spits. Scylla winces.
you got a pan disorder. If you think I take any charity cases, I don't work for pretty smiles.
Keep your compliments to yourself, Missy.
That wasn't. Ugh. I didn't mean to say that out loud. Why don't you just go find the bandits yourself?
You know full well I don't have the means. But you do. It'd be a walk in the recreation field for you. If you weren't so nasty and selfish. Or maybe you're scared.
Ugh. You. I'll show you scared.
Oh hell. They look like they're about to throw down. You gotta do something to defuse this situation. I don't know what spec means. Do we know people?
I mean, I think we do, yes.
I mean, we know Polypa.
Yeah, we do.
She's an assassin.
We do know Polypa. We also know, our daughter, who's not an assassin, but she does kill, people. We know a few people. We could maybe go with that.
Yeah, and this asking Connell if she works on spec, what the fuck does spec mean, A? And B, right now that's just going to get her to punch us with those weird claw gloves.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say we know people. I don't know. I think it's the best option. Chat, do you have any input or no? Okay, cool. I guess we're gonna say we know people.
You mentioned that you are important, a real mover and shaker in the Alternian economy. You have a bunch of amazing local friends. That might be a slight exaggeration, but okay. Some of them are rich, or have giant internet followings, or are just very, very enthusiastic about meat.
All of these things are true. Although the rich part,
enthusiastic about meat?
that's the hot dog dude, Damon.
Oh right, the grub dog.
Yeah. Also, I mean, unfortunately, we're friends with Zebra, and he's rich. And we're friends with Kairava, who has a giant internet following, and Ardata, who also has a giant internet following, so.
I would rather ask either of them than Zebra, because...
Yeah, but then you'd have to see Kairava's fashion sets. Which is my fashion sets.
Yeah, if I have to look at Kairava's ridiculous outfit to get them to help us, that's less unpleasant than whatever it is Zebra's gonna ask us for.
That's true.
The point is, you know people. Wow, that's really generous of you. Offering to leverage your relationships for my sake. I knew I didn't make a mistake trusting you.
Well, that's a different story. I guess. Why don't you call up your fancy friends?
Oh, fuck. No, I think this was a good decision.
Oh, we don't have a phone. Oh!
I mean, we could have... Why do you keep letting me make decisions?
I mean, I was gonna
literally
do that
always
decision
wrong in these
too.
things.
I didn't know which one would be good. I mean, I legitimately didn't know. I would have picked that one too, probably.
Okay.
What? I don't work on spec. I'm only licensed on Alterdia. Just
I
kidding.
have
I don't
no
have a
idea.
license.
You explained to Connell that working on spec means doing some work for free in hopes that you're going to be paid later. You say it's unlikely that the bandits only go after Lucai. That would be totally ridiculous, when there's so many other things in the world to steal.
That's true.
What do they do with the Lucai anyway? Like money. They probably have just heaps of money.
Hold up. We good?
I got dropped from the call temporarily.
Hit.
They probably have just heaps of it in their hideout, and if she breaks in, she can have it all. Skilla doesn't want it, she just wants to save the Lucai. The plural of Lucis is actually supposed to be Lucis. You are so dang convincing, you almost convince yourself.
I'm not so sure. Sounds like you might be trying to fuck me over.
You let out a scandalized gasp to convey just what an untoward accusation that is. You are shocked. Shocked!
Ugh. Fine. Anything to get away from this stupid bush.
She kicks the prickly purple shrub so hard it uproots and sails across the street to land on the hood of someone's car.
Well, but you're coming with me. I'm gonna hold you to that. And if there's no money, I'll hold you tighter and squeeze until your weirdly colored eyes pop out.
Yikes. You believe it too. She could definitely do that.
Yeah,
But here's your chance. You've got tons of success stories proving that forced exposure is really the best way to get people to like you. I'm very sure it's not. Sounds just peachy. When do we leave? Connell kicks at another bush. She seems to have an anger management problem. Well, you guess she's managing it. She's taking it out on the shrubbery instead of you or Skilla. I'm confused as to why Skilla thinks she needs help. She was pretty competent last time we checked.
yeah, I guess that's true, but like they might have more at their base, maybe, if she doesn't want to risk it, which is fair. I could get why she'd want to hire help. We aren't doing anything. You aren't coming.
Lady starts growling again, and Skilla looks like she wants to join in. Excuse me. Connell gets up in her face, moving way faster than someone her size seems like she should be able to.
You aren't coming. You'll just get in my way. You're distracting.
Skilla's mouth twitches just the tiniest bit. I
Well,
really doubt she'd be in the way. That seems unlikely.
yeah. That is not what I meant. Ugh. You keep tricking me. I just meant that you'll probably stop to save some bark beast wrigglers and get us all cold.
Skilla crosses her arms and tosses her hair. Fine. I'm counting on you two. You figure that the information gathering stage of the operation is next. You've seen heist movies, you know how this shit works. Do we? But Connell just shouts at someone on her palm husk for a while, then punches some coordinates into a car that you're pretty sure isn't hers.
Well,
Are we hijacking a car for this? Because I'm here for that.
yeah, apparently that's what's happening.
It takes you to the outskirts of the city, past long stretches of cracked concrete and urban sprawl. Not exactly the place you'd expect to find bandits who steal farm animals.
Well,
You point this out to Connell. She tells you to shut up. So you do. You leave the car and walk the last few blocks. The bandits' operation is honestly not super impressive. It's a long industrial structure that looks more like a manufacturing plant than a den of thieves. Beside it is something much more impressive, a sleek black spacecraft. Not like yours. This is the Mercedes-Benz to your banged-up Chevy Malibu. Even before you crash-landed it, that thing was a hunk of junk.
oh, holy shit! Is that an adult?
What, the ship?
No, dingus!
You follow her frenzied gaze, and oh right, the troll beside the ship is taller than anyone else you've seen here. Her skin a darker gray, her claws incredibly long.
Well,
If everyone you've met so far has been a kid, wow, they all deal with stuff that even adults on your planet don't. Routine death, dismemberment, and like 4 different relationship dynamics.
yeah.
If there really are no mature trolls here, then where are they?
Wait, hold up. You're saying where you're from, you live with adults?
Yeah.
You all live on the same planet?
Sure do.
Huh, well, maybe you're tougher than you look. Adults are terrifying. Come on, let's get closer.
You and Connell sidle up close enough to the trolls to overhear them haggling over stolen goods. So far the conversation is too general to tell if they mean the Luci.
Damn, they must have globes of steel. Talking back to an adult. I mean, I am great at rushing it without giving it any thought. But I'm not a total moron.
The 2 trolls appear to come to an agreement. They shake hands and heading back into the warehouse together. They shake hands and heading back into the warehouse together?
Grammar, how does it work? So what do you think?
Yeah,
Is that grammar? That was good grammar right there. What should we do?
Huh? You? Connell? Connell's the expert here.
Yeah, no shit. For punching, I'm also good at slashing. But Adaja always does the thinking. And the planning. He's the one with the eye beams and the big think pen. Don't tell him I said that. Please?
You assure her you couldn't tell Azdaja anything at all, because you don't know who he is. I know who he is.
Yeah, I do too. Oh, right. Azaja is a frustrating board loser who sucks so bad. Also, he's my mate spirit, and we've been together for sweeps. He's supposed to be here. He's off busy doing some dumb bullshit. So I need you to be the pants of the operation, okay? Please, do this for me.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna save.
I mean, we're here to deal with the bandits, not get involved with a rando adult troll we don't know. Going on their spaceship is very likely a bad idea. I would go into the warehouse where the...
Yeah, I guess into the warehouse we go.
Bull R, that's what I'd do.
Yeah.
You decide to follow them into the warehouse. That way, at least you won't be trapped in a confined space if anyone comes back out to check on the ship. Yeah, also that.
Yeah.
You get ready to do some James Bond-ass shit, ducking behind corners and saying, "Cover me!" Maybe executing some sick rolls down the hallway. No one does that. You can't really do any gymnastics, even when you aren't healing from broken ribs, but fantasy James Bond, you sure can.
Okay.
Connell doesn't bother with any of that. She just stomps down the hallway toward the first door. Damn, she really hadn't been joking when she said she was more into the straightforward approach. You pick up speed trying to get to the door before she does, just to prevent her from charging in there and getting you both caught immediately. Good thing, too. Through the window in the door, you see what looks like some kind of break room. A couple trolls are messing around on their palm husks, and a few more are sitting at a table and playing some kind of game that involves cards, dice, and little colorful shells.
Okay. Oh, come on. There's not even that many. We can take them. I forgot you weren't my partner. You're just dead weight.
No real argument there. Polypa told you that most pros work together for a reason. It's much harder on your own. You wonder if Connell would have been so hot to take the job if it hadn't been for Skilla's vibes. Yeah, that's the word. Vibes. They were vibing. Yeah, they wish. You have to do this. You have to rally. Connell's already losing faith in you. Or maybe she had no faith in you in the first place. Whatever. You choose a different door at random and go down it, assuring Connell that you definitely know what the fuck you're doing.
No, we do not.
Well,
What?
I mean, I might, but I'm pretty sure Slappy doesn't.
Yeah. Where are you going?
You've been down this road before, with Jammin' and your meat quest through the sewers. This is possibly slightly higher stakes, but the same basic principle applies. Fake it till you make it.
Well,
That hot dog of his is unwholesome.
it
Connell gets
is.
annoyed much faster than your other friend. If her sub-vocalizations are anything to go by, damn, you really need to step up your game. You think back on all the heist and infiltration movies you've seen. Maybe you can find a locker room or a troll laundry room and find one of those SWAT hazmat suits? Yeah, that would be the best plan. Just put on a disguise and wander around like a sneaky fuck, and oh goddammit. You're so busy focusing on your brilliant plan that you open a door without thinking and find yourself looking at the trolls playing the card game.
Sloppy,
Well,
you fucked up.
This is where it becomes useful that we brought Connell along, because she is much more suited to this.
That's true. That's very true.
Somehow, in your random quest through the warehouse, you manage to double back on yourself and come out the other side of the break room. Classic. This is classic you. You're almost charmed by yourself. Almost.
Almost.
There's a frozen moment when all the bandits just stare at you and Connell, perhaps taking in the truly staggering idiot level you have achieved.
This is a staggering idiot level. Big fuck. We should have done this from the beginning.
You've gotten into quite a few fights since arriving on this planet. Well, mostly you stood around while other people fought. But the point is, Connell, she's brutal. She takes out almost the same number of bandits that you, Skilla, and Lady did in a quarter of the time. Multicolored blood flies. And God, you know these are bad guys. They've been stealing Luci and selling them, which sucks. But right now, they're kind of just a bunch of kids getting massacred. They're assholes. I don't care.
Yeah, they were shitty. It was still a bunch of Lucises.
It's not even close to being the correct plural.
Luci.
I just said it was.
Lucis.
I just said. Thank you. You don't feel great about it.
I don't know, I feel
fine
great.
about it.
This is a sign that we're getting a good ending, but
Yeah, I feel good about this.
yeah.
In fact, you think you might need to sit down for a little bit. Well, there's plenty of chairs.
Yeah?
Just pick one.
Yeah. Oh shit,
Your
she
back
got
hits
teal
the wall
blood.
and you
She's off to fucking teal blood.
Your back hits the wall and you slide down to the dirty floor. You're clammy all over. There was a teal blood in this gang? That's weird.
Yeah, like, that's clearly teal blood. Pathetic.
Connell pulls her gauntlet out of the final troll's neck with a spray of yellow blood and a squelch that makes your stomach roll. She notices you on the ground.
What are you? Ugh. Are you serious? Come on.
You try to tell her that she volunteered for this mission herself, but you can't slow your breathing enough to get words out. You aren't sure why now is the time you finally freak out. Maybe it's the close quarters, or maybe you've been on Alternia long enough for this multicolored mess to finally start registering as blood. Maybe you've reached your horror saturation point. Whatever. If you've learned anything from this experience, it's that the why of things doesn't actually matter. I disagree with that assertion.
Well,
Connell looms over you, raising her gauntlet. She's gonna kill you. No, she's not. At least, if you're dead, you can't puke on yourself. But instead of brutally stabbing you, you feel a steady pressure on the back of your neck. Connell pushes your head down until it's between your knees.
take slower breaths, idiot.
You follow her instructions, too lightheaded to dwell on the absurdity of being coached through a panic attack by a girl who just murdered like 10 dudes. She's surprisingly good at this.
I mean, she's a pro, so obviously she would be. Dodger freaked out his first fight, too. Wasn't even bloody. A little Wriggler passed out. I guess some bloodcasts really are better built for violence.
She sits down beside you and pats you on the back. You kind of wished she'd taken the bloody gauntlet off first, but you appreciate the gesture. You're having a hard time reconciling this Connell with the one who had snarled at Skilla for being too nice.
I'm multifaceted. Also, fuck her. Which reminds me.
She pulls her phone out of her pocket, smearing a little olive blood across the screen.
Koriga, I got your bandits.
She talks a lot louder on the phone than she does in real life.
Yeah, I know shit. Of course I work fast. Especially when I don't have anyone to slow me down with a bunch of tactics and plans. Ugh. Save it for your Christmases.
She hangs up and glares at the phone. You tell her she really seems to hate Skilla. Connell's face goes a fierce shade of green.
She hates her in a very specific way. Don't be stupid. I barely know her.
You don't press the issue. You also don't point out the kind of obvious point these probably aren't the only trolls in the facility. The one who had been haggling with the adult isn't here, for instance. But if Connell forgetting about that means less murder, you're all about it. There's no way the bandits are continuing their work after this. I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah, I
don't go for half measures.
Yeah.
I don't believe in half measures. You kill all of them.
Yeah, you really should
Connell
just...
also seemed...
Why isn't she killing all of them? Like, that's just better.
Connell
yeah.
also seems to have forgotten about the fact that she came in here looking to be paid, and nope, she's looting the bodies. Great. It's a lot messier and takes way longer in real life than it does in video games. This is true.
It would be.
In the end, she ends up with a few palm husks, a laptop, some jewelry, and some little squares of plastic you think might be a sci-fi credit card.
Whatever. There's barely anything here. But that fight made it pretty worth it.
Well, you're glad it was good for somebody, at least. You're just trying not to think about it, and maybe get outside as fast as possible. Slappy, you wuss.
Yeah.
Whatever Connell wants to do with your outstanding debt at this point, well, you can square up. You can square up out there.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I'm not actually going to squeeze you. It'd just be too easy. Like squishing a marsh bug.
Fuck yes, saved by being pitiful.
I doubt you have any money anyway. I mean, you're wearing all evolution robe. Yeah.
It's a bathrobe.
Yeah, it's a
But ablution robe.
Yep.
True. Connell helps you to your feet. Well, at least we're not wearing whatever the fuck it was that, what's his name gave us.
That looks like that looks like actual clothes that I own, though. Like, that outfit looks like actual clothes I own.
No comment. You kind of want to ask if you're friends now, even though the only bonding activity you've done together is combined murdering and comforting, with her doing both of those things and you standing there like a dumbass. But really, you've made friends with worse people for worse reasons.
Oh. Here. Why don't you take one of these?
She hands you the palm husk. Thankfully, it only has a little bit of blood on it. Actually, it might be mustard, like the actual condiment. But she's giving you a phone. Why?
You don't have one, right? I mean, you don't even have any pets. This way we can keep in touch. And you can tell me if you ever have any more jobs with an excellent violence level. Like this one. Here, let's exchange info. Palm husks are really useful. You can use it to call people at everything.
You aren't sure if she's making a joke. Possibly she just thinks you're an idiot. That's okay. You can deal with that. I mean, if she thought that, she wouldn't technically be wrong. Well,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because not only did you make a friend today, you got a gift today. Holy shit, you killed it. I think she killed it, actually.
Yeah, she killed a lot of things in this route. Like, a lot of them. Alright. Time for Remla's route.
Also, I'll point out that for once I actually got us a good ending.
You did in fact guess a good ending. There's only one character I just absolutely aced on this. It got it, like, absolutely no bad endings on. Can you guess which character it was?
I'm going to guess it was the one whose name I can't remember right now for some strange... Kairava.
No. I got a bad ending on Kairava's. It was actually Tagora. I did not, like, I just aced that route, because I was just like, I'm going to be the skeeviest person ever, and, like, just pretend like I'm a rich douchebag with a lot of money, because that's appealing to lawyers that are, like, after, like, money. And it worked. It worked. Like, that's what I did, it worked. I was just like, this guy wants money, so I'm going to pretend like I'm a rich douchebag that wants to give him money, and it worked. Like, that's just what I did throughout that whole route. It was.
By the way, the fact that you own the same clothes that Kairava would give us does not make Kairava's fashion sense better. It just reflects poorly on you.
I mean, it's like it's an aesthetic, okay? It's an aesthetic. It's an aesthetic.
Aesthetic. And I didn't say it wasn't an aesthetic. I said it was awful.
Okay. Oh,
you
like
into a part of town that seems to have some culture going on.
Wait, do you want to read, or should I? Like, do you want to narrate Rebel or
I'll take the narration, and then if for some strange reason this character seems like someone that I should be narrating, we'll switch.
Alright, okay, that works.
You've wandered into a part of town that, there are
Oh,
a
you
lot
did?
of bright neon lights. It's fine, I already read it.
Okay, sorry, I thought you did, but...
There are a lot of bright neon lights, and you can't read what the signs say, but you can see arcades, a performance space, and what looks like a movie theater. Perhaps more indie-oriented compared to the mall cinemas you've seen before. As you continue wandering, you come across a trendy-looking building with a placard outside that shows you a little cartoon doodle of a fancy waiter holding a restaurant.
Yeah. Holding trays of snacks, yeah. Restaurants, obviously.
You can't read what the words say, but you recognize the intergalactic signal for free food inside, come on in.
No, I don't think that's the symbol for that. It's not a thing. Oh, it's an art gallery.
This may have been a questionable decision on our part. You head inside, and it appears to be an art gallery. It must be opening tonight because there are festive decorations up and a little table offering drinks and hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, artists on this planet are kind of, yeah. Like, the last one we rated to was an axe murder. Art galleries do have free snacks, so that is in fact a thing. That's why a lot of people go to art galleries that are not there for the art.
There are many other art appreciators here, and your adrenaline spikes when you realize that most of the trolls milling around are purple bloods.
Well, yeah, I mean, when there's painting and is it actual blood, it would make sense that there's a lot of purple bloods hanging around here, because I want to see that.
You're not sure if some paintings and snacks are worth the high chances of being maimed when chaotic violence breaks out, but as you're debating the merits of free food versus probable injury, someone approaches you.
You don't look like my other patrons. Are you lost, eh? Or are you perhaps looking to start collecting? If you're loaded, ignore that first day question. Arte is for everyone, after all, regardless of your blood color, eh?
I feel like she's trying to do a bullshit French accent, is what's actually going on here.
Yeah, I can't do a bullshit French accent.
I can.
You can? Should we swap?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll read the lines. The four black pupils in her eye glint and sparkle, and you're not sure yet if it's a menacing or friendly sparkle. She grins at you and it shows all her teeth. It's both. It's both.
So, what do you think of the art? Have any paintings caught your eye?
You look around. You don't know much about art, but you are a nerd, and a lot of the paintings in here remind you of scenes from popular movies and games back home. I'm saving now. I know better. Yes. I don't know which one to pick.
I get the feeling if we say it's derivative, we get murdered, like, right now. So I'm gonna go with not that.
See, though, I think we should say derivative, because, like, I know how she acted in Hiveswap, and she kind of, like, spits on a lot of, like, high-end artists. That's my opinion.
Then let's go with what you think on the basis.
I mean, it might burn us, but like, I think that's actually what we're supposed to do. I don't know. I might be wrong.
If it burns us, at least it will be fast.
Yeah, if this is a death, it'll at least be fast. Oh no, I fucked up. I'm sorry.
You know nothing about Arte, pleb. If you don't like it, there's the doorway. Make some room for someone with money to burn it and better taste.
Okay, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I was wrong. Sometimes, like, though, those things can be tricky because we've been burned on that before, and it was like, it's hard to trust things in this game.
Haha, stop. You flatter me. Wow. I'm not even sure what I don't even know if this is a French accent or like an Eastern European one I'm doing anymore.
I don't know, just go with it. It's better than mine. She puts a hand on her hip and winks at you. And you're guessing here that she doesn't actually want you to stop. You're also making the connection that she must be an artist who painted all of these. Actually, they do kind of look like her work.
Yeah, no shit. She's got like the pretentious off-the-shoulder shirt and everything.
Off-the-shoulder shirts aren't pretentious, are they?
It's a pretentious artist thing, particularly with like the stripes.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You sense an opportunity for friendship, so you lay it on thick and gush about how talented she is.
I should also point out that she's done her hair to look like a paint palette.
She has.
Huh, I thought, hey, you looked like a dumbass when you walked in, but you have good taste after all. Let me show you around. You're the one reading the narration, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah. You follow Remley through the gallery, swinging by the table with the free food first. It's pretty good by the standards you come to expect on Laternia, but what you thought was wine at first glance is actually Fago. No, what? No, why would you turn down Fago? It's actually pretty good soda, but yeah. I guess it's like a flavor you don't like. I guess it's a flavor you don't like.
Good soda in air quotes. I've had better.
Also, Slappy, you don't need to be drinking. This is a good thing that it was not wine.
You may have noticed some themes in my exhibited work, Kay. I don't love clowns or gore as much as it may seem. That's just what I have for sale here. If you look at my work online, you'll see more of the full range of my arte. Also, I should point out that for trolls, Fago kind of is booze, so
it kind of
might
is.
as well be
Wait,
wine.
that's true. That's true, but it's not too sloppy, I'm assuming.
But for this fancy gallery shit, Purple Bloods are some of my best customers. Those clowns fucking love arte. They're rich, yeah, the weird hard Q, she's definitely supposed to be French. As Fouquet, and they'll buy anything as long as it's violent enough or features religious themes.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a French accent that I'm doing. Whatever, I don't.
You've seen the kind of destruction and mayhem that Purple Bloods are capable of, so you're surprised that she doesn't seem to mind being in a crowded growler, so many of them. We haven't actually befriended any Purple Bloods yet, by the way. Most other trolls you've interacted... What?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, we haven't befriended any yet, I don't think. Like, the highest blood color we've befriended is, like, Blue Bloods. Most of the other trolls you've interacted with have done their best to steer clear of the clown murder cult, guys. At least when one of those hate-romance relationships isn't on the table. Yeah. Isn't it kind of dangerous to actively court them for her eye? It's actually, that's not true. Not everybody steers away from them, because the other artist, Axe Murder Lady, was friends with the big titty clown lady, so
I love that that's how she registers in your brain.
I mean, okay, scrapbooking clown lady. Is it a kind of dangerous to actively court them for her audience?
Oh, sure. They can be unpredictable, and keeping them happy requires some schmoozing. Occasionally I have to pretend like I've drunk the Fago and pull some religious references out of my ass.
Oh god.
But it's nothing I can't handle. You can make a lot more money as an artist if you're not choosy about what you draw. This is true.
It is.
One of my customers is this blue blood moron who only ever commissions me to draw low bloods in quadrants with other low bloods. I know who that is.
Yeah, we know who this is. That's creepy as fuck. And not surprising at all. I don't know whether it's I don't know whether it's bad that like Zebra's that terrible, or worse that like he's not the creepiest person in this game. He's only like the third creepiest person in this game so far.
You mean after Cuprum and Follicle?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I've got him convinced I'm giving him a deal on his crate when he's actually paying 5 times what I charge anyone else.
I can respect her for fucking over Zebra. I can respect her for that.
My point is, artistic integrity is for chumps. If you want to get ahead in this world, give people what they want first.
That strikes you as a depressing...
Oh. Yeah, I guess you're reading this. I'm too used to narrating.
Yeah. That strikes you as a depressing outlook on the creative process, but you're aware by now that idealism on Alternia tends to lead to shorter lifespans. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You have to admit, looking around at the crowd in this gallery, that her cynical approach seems to be working. You tell her that she sounds pretty business savvy in addition to talented, if she winks at you again.
Thanks. I know. Because I make bank doing shit like this. I'm able to fund my passion project. You should really check out my webcomic.
But before you can find out what her webcomic is about, she notices another troll that has been sidling up to you. As she approaches, she whips out what looks like a small recording device with a smile. Emily's face goes carefully blank as she crosses her arms over her chest.
And how can I help you?
I can read this. Ah, yes. Hello there, Miss Namak. I am with Alternia Nightly, and I must say, it looks like your first ever gallery exhibit has been a smashing success so far. The journalist's syrupy tone is innocent, and innocuous words don't seem frightening to you, but you're picking up on some tense vibes from Emily, whose hair ribbon swings forward in front of her face aggressively.
Of course it's a success. I never expected otherwise.
Maybe not, but some in the art worlds have expressed a surprise at the timing of this. Some have called it bold, considering that you're currently in the middle of a plagiarism controversy. Would you care to comment on the case against you by Trident Media?
Instead of being caught off guard by the question sprung on her, Remele relaxes and laughs. Oh, that. If they have any kind of real evidence that I'm violating their precious intellectual property, all the characters I draw and profit from are entirely original, and Trident Media and their legislator are just mad about it because the whole intranet knows that my storylines are better than the source material.
Well,
may have just admitted to copying them. Also, I'm realizing that the accent I'm doing is like Persian French.
Huh.
Which makes sense that would be the accent I default to.
Yeah.
Oops, I mean, better than the unrelated creative works that my comics happen to bear a superficial resemblance to. Feel free to quote me on that.
The reporter takes the quote and scuttles away. Emily seems unbothered, but you can't help but feel concerned for her. Copyright infringement is serious business, Is your new friend illegal hot water?
Nah, Alternia barely has any copyright protections to speak of. It's just that little past Korjek trying to stir up shit as usual. The company behind his lawsuit wouldn't even care if he hadn't gotten involved. Who now?
Well,
It's no big deal. Nothing I can't handle.
you go back to following her around the gallery, keeping your distance whenever Purple Blood comes up to compliment her on her work. You can tell that despite her confident attitude, Rebel is still thinking about that journalist. She taps her foot and frowns at the paintings whenever there's a lull in conversation. Fern glances at the door that the journalist left for you.
You know, it's not like Alternia has free press or credible newspaper. Their reporter was probably hired by someone with a grudge to dig up dirt on me. I don't think it was Gorjek, actually. Too obvious. Amateurish. No, this stinks of my competition. The artistic establishment that thinks all I do is fan arte and shouldn't be taken seriously as an artiste. All of their paintings are in the museum across the street, and they hate that I've managed to put up my own exhibit. Those stuck-up, pretentious bull scrubs have been trying to sabotage me for so long.
She turns to you, her hands balled up into fists, and the X in her eye flashing with passion. Oh shit.
I've been waiting for the opportunity to strike back at them. If everyone is gonna accuse me of being a thief and a hack anyway, I might as well steal from them for real.
Well,
But their security is tight, and I haven't had an accomplice until now. What do you say? Wanna help me pull off a risky art heist? Sure.
oh. I'm gonna say, because
I
we
mean,
can get
all
burned
of
on
these are
this.
perfectly good options, and I'm sure there's a completely ridiculous conclusion based on an incredibly obscure difference in wording.
I'm gonna pick hell fucking yes.
I mean, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Vermily does one last round in her exhibit, saying goodbye to her patrons and grabbing her bag, which seems to be mostly art supplies, as you head out the door and onto the street. The museum that she wants to rob is at the end of the block, in a much bigger, fancier building than the one you just walked out of. All the lights are off inside, and it doesn't have any signs advertising current exhibits.
We can do this one of two ways. Follow that journalist and steal the keys if she has them, or break in without them.
Well,
I mean, I'd go tactical and steal the keys, but
what if that person doesn't work for the we don't know for sure if that person works for...
Yeah, well, first we see if we can steal their keys, and then if they don't have them, then we break down the door. We can't unbreak down the door.
That's true. That's true. You'd much rather walk for an unlocked door than try to bust it down, and the reporter is still in sight, turning a corner down the street. You try to imitate Remley's casual yet confident way of walking. Oh, sorry. Like she could blend in anywhere and pull off anything. But despite your efforts to not attract suspicion, you keep getting looks. Not being the same species as everyone around you, it tends to make you stand out. Yeah, it would, I guess.
Shit. This could be a problem. I can put together a disguise for you. Hang on.
You watch as she starts pulling things from her bag. She seems to have all sorts of things in there, from paintbrushes to bulbs of clay to paint, and you think she might be putting together some fake cords for you from scratch real quick. But before she can finish, you realize that one of the Purple Bloods is about to walk into Remley's gallery staring at you. He looks vaguely familiar, and you realize a little too late where you've met before. He starts walking toward you. Oh no. You, I remember you. You broke into my apartment. It's the same troll that you and Palopa escaped from. You back away as he advances, a lazy grin on his face. Reveille glances from him to you and back at him again.
Well, okay. Looks like I'm not going to have an accomplice after all. Sorry, pal.
She hoists her bag over her shoulders and shrugs, her hands into what can you do gesture. Then she's gone, the big purple blood paying her no mind as she absconds. You want to feel betrayed, but it's hard to blame her considering how scary this guy is. In your heart, you know that you're dead already, but you're not going to accept your fate without attempting to prevent it. You make a mad dash to escape, sprinting towards a skinny alleyway and thinking that maybe you can scamper up a fire escape or something. Unfortunately, your attacker's size doesn't seem to slow him down. You can hear his heavy footfalls right behind you. He laughs and it somehow sounds dopey and dumb and completely terrifying at the same time. You make it to... this alley. I have bad associations with this alley now.
Bad things have happened to us here before.
Yeah, really bad things have happened in this alley. You make it to the alley, but you fucked up because it's a dead end and you don't see anything you could use to clamber to hide off ground. You turn to face him, hopelessness sinking down to your toes. Your scrappy alien tenure on this hazardous new planet is about to come to a messy end. The purple blood swings his massive club lazily on one hand as he approaches you, not bothering to run anymore. You drop into a fighting crouch, trying to think back to your third grade karate lessons for any moves that might be useful. There won't be any. But before he can crush your skull in, you see a flash of movement behind him. He staggers, dropping the club as something hits him from behind.
As much as I appreciate inspiring my fans, I'm gonna have to ask you not to interpret my art so literally. As in, no murdering.
Reveille springs off the troll's back after clawing him and rolls to the side, avoiding his swinging fist. She grabs for his club, which is almost as long as she is tall, but before she can use it, his next blow catches her below the ribcage, sending her flying across the alley back and into a brick wall. She's on her feet again fast, but you can tell that she's injured. Now she doesn't have the element of surprise on her side. The purple blood turns his back on you as he closes in on Reveille, laughing again. You can't let him kill her, not when she came back for you, but you have no idea how you can help here. Your eyes land on Reveille's bag, tossed to the side of the melee. In a desperation, you grab a loose paintbrush and roll out of it. You dive forward with a battle cry and stab the end of the paintbrush deep into the high blood's calf. Oh shit. Violet blood squirts you in the face. He yells and you manage to roll away just in time to avoid getting smacked. The slight stab wound hasn't slowed him down much, but it's given Reveille a chance to dive out of his rage. And while he's still trying to grab you, she gets a hold of his club again. Oh shit. She's stronger than she looks, strong enough to get a good wind up with that thing. And then he turns toward her and she brings it down hard onto his skull. It takes a few more good smashes before the troll finally stops groaning and twitching. Reveille breathes heavily, wiping blood splatter off of her forehead. She looks up, meeting your eyes. You're absolutely positive that this is the most dramatic way you've ever been rescued. You can't believe she came back and risked her life for you.
Don't mention it. I needed an accomplice, right? This is you.
Oh yeah, right. I keep forgetting that, I'm narrating. She drops the club and staggers over to you, pausing to spit out cerulean blood. You remember that she took some damage and hurry to support her, offering her your weak human arm to lean on. Is she going to be okay?
I'll be fine. Ceruleans are tough to call, even for wannabe subjugulator.
They are,
This is
yeah.
true.
That's very true, yes. She tilts her head, looking down at the way her blood swirls with the larger quantities of purple blood pooling the asphalt.
Huh, that's actually not bad as an artistic medium. The colors and texture work well together. Maybe that blue blood kid from Chitkar is onto something.
The axe
I
murderer.
get the sense I know who that. Yeah.
The axe murder one.
Anyway, thank you for having my back without the with that paintbrush. Looks like something quick K thinking. That took some quick K thinking. We make an okay team. I've never killed anyone before, but that kind of ruled, didn't it? Yeah, I kind of like this girl. I mean,
Yeah.
she's a pretentious bullshit artist, but I kind of like her.
Yeah, I kind of like her too, honestly. I kind of like her too. You're not sure that you would choose those exact words, but you're pretty relieved right now. You might not have the bloodthirsty glint in your eyes that Remily does, but maybe you can interpret your adrenaline shakes as a euphoric overload or something.
Hell yeah, me too. I can see why people get into this killing business. If I wasn't such a great artist, I'd consider switching careers. But sometimes when you're good at too many things, you have to pick one and stick to it. So no professional assassinations for me. I'm still determined to rob the shit out of my competitors, though. And you, now that we've killed someone together, it just makes sense for us to stay partners in crime, right?
It does. Your heart leaps at the implication that she wants to stick together. You truly do not mind breaking every law in the books if it means she'll be your friend.
Nice. We probably don't need to go around breaking every law. I just want to steal some Arte.
It's okay if we break every law. I have a lawyer. In this game, Sloppy has a lawyer, technically.
Yeah, I was gonna say in real life, I'm pretty sure I have better lawyers than you. But maybe we can reschedule the heist for another day. This neighborhood will be crawling with drones as soon as they realize a high blood was killed.
You feel bad that this troll attempting to slaughter you ruined Remily's gallery opening.
Oh, are you kidding? My customer base loves this kind of shit. My Arte will never get more of a violent reputation when word gets out that someone died at my first gallery show. That's metal as fuck.
That's probably true. You whip out of the alley, supporting Remily with your arm around her waist, and she directs you to the back entrance of her gallery, where the two of you clean off the blood and hide until the drones and crowds are gone.
If you don't mind, you can lie low at my place for a few days while we plan this heist. And I might as well get some work done while we wait and scheme. That fight was pretty inspiring. You're already my accomplice, so how would you feel about also being my muse?
Yay, we got a good ending.
Okay, so apparently I get us good endings when it comes to making tactical decisions about breaking into shit.
Apparently,
Looks
yes.
like that's all I'm good at.
I get us good endings when I get us good endings when I try to protect, I try to appeal to money hungry lawyers. I don't know what that means, but
Well, I mean, the fact that I'm good at tactically planning breaking into shit is not really a surprise, because that would be one of my IRL skills.
I know the options to come off as a pretentious douchebag to a lawyer that wants a pretentious rich douchebag to lawyers that want money. I don't know what kind of skill that is, but
The lawyers you know expect to be paid? I mean, to be fair, the lawyer I know usually expects to be paid, just doesn't expect me to pay.
that's true. Alright, well, I guess that's it for tonight. It was pretty good.
Alright, well, we did good, I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't as disturbing as last time, so yeah.
Would have been hard to be more disturbing. Could have been done, but I mean, frankly, it is a testament to what happened last week that murdering a clown with his own club was not the most disturbing thing we've had happen in that alley.
Oh, that's not even like in the top 3 disturbing things that happened in this game. Oh, you mean the alley? Yeah, that's not even close. Like, yeah, that. Honestly, though, like, yeah, if I had to rank the disturbingness of certain roots, I'd say, like, top of the list is, like, folliculocoprons, like, obviously. Like, I'd put Damon slightly behind that for unsanitary food reasons. And then, like, yeah, I'd put, like, I guess, Ardata with, like, the tick drinking someone's guts, but, it didn't really make me flinch that badly. I was kind of like, okay, this is a thing.
That's just kind of normal Eternia shit.
Yeah, it's just normal Eternia shit. Yeah. Oh wait, that disturbed. That mostly just made me sad because like Ardata was like that there were some sad things, and that was just sad. That wasn't really disturbing as much as it was sad. But yeah, that's yeah. All right, well, I hope you guys have a good night. Please check out our next stream, which will probably be on Wednesday. Please check out our coffee and donate money if you can. If you can't, that's fine. No pressure or anything. And yeah, this is Team Demon Kitty, and signing out.